Today's commencement speaker, Lucinda Mays, joined the Chadron State College in 2006, the same year the wildfire threatened Chadron State College. Her work as a public horticulturist has included designing and planting landscapes and working with maintenance crews and student workers who care for CSC's 281-acre campus. She's won numerous awards for her public workshops and outreach efforts at the local, state, and regional levels. Lucinda appears on radio gardening shows in Nebraska and Wyoming, is CSC's representative to the Nebraska statewide Arboretum, and is a member of the Chadron City Parks Foundation Board. Before moving to Chadron, she was a designer and gardener for Callaway Gardens in Georgia, and hosted segments for the PBS show, The Victory Garden. She's lectured nationally and contributed articles to Southern Living magazine. I am proud to invite Ms. Lucinda Mays to the podium to deliver the commencement address. Lucinda?
Thank you so much. It's been great. I do love it. There's so many people in this room that have been part of beautifying our campus landscape. Students, faculty, staff, community members. Y'all have planted over 1,200 trees in the last few years, and that's just landscape trees. You've also planted over 14,000 ponderosa pines on Sea Hill as a part of building back from our wildfires. So y'all have had a presence on this campus. And I look out and I see you all and I see all your faces, and it makes me so glad and really thankful, because you've been part of my every single day at Chadron State. As you walk to your classes, sometimes you're laughing, sometimes you're stressing out, sometimes you're sitting on the benches, sometimes you're studying at the trees, studying under the trees, but you're always the presence and the energy that makes this place go. So thank you very much, students, for all that. And now you have arrived. This is the big day, and you did it. You made it. We are all here because of what you just did. What an accomplishment, a college degree, a master's degree. And now, what's next? That scary question, what's next? What are you going to do after graduation? What are you going to do with the rest of your life? How do you figure out exactly what it is you're supposed to do? Well, firstly, there is no exactly, so you can not worry about that. 2, it will be a series of figuring out what to do next. So you don't have to do it all at once. In fact, you can't do it all at once. Just do a little bit at a time. The first job I had out of college was selling soccer tickets for high school games for $6 an hour to pay the rent. 10 years later, I was standing in front of a television camera doing a national gardening show for PBS. You can't plan this stuff, but you can be willing and you can be ready to try. My personal pep talk to myself over the years has been, if somebody else has done something and they were just in reasonable health and had reasonable intelligence, then I could probably do it too. And it's turned out to be true. So where are you going to start on what you're going to do next? First, you have to pay the rent. After that, you can start looking around for things that are 1, interesting to you, and 2, continue to pay the rent. But think about it in this way. What you love is probably going to be the way in. Love will be the way in. It's not everything. It's not the only thing, but it's a place to start. And starting, commencement, that's why we're here today. That's what it's all about. And you've never been at this point in your lives before. So most everything you do will be a new start. You'll find out you love some of the things you start. You'll find out that some of them will leave you cold. And it won't take long to find out if you love something or not. I knew in just 2 weeks I really did not want to work in a greenhouse. thought I was going to love it because, plants. But greenhouses are mostly about irrigation, thermostats, and pesticides. So no, that wasn't my love. But I also knew after just 2 weeks' work in a botanical garden that public horticulture is where I belong. Not because it was easy, not because it was widely open to women back in the day, but because public horticulture, which is plants and people and how they work together, public horticulture is infinitely interesting to me. I love it. So in between those two-week periods of finding work I loved and work I hated were 5 years of selling soccer tickets and teaching biology in a huge urban school system. So, you just keep trying things, and then you'll find your love. And that's the way in. That's when things start to fall in place. That's when you begin to figure out how to make a career of doing what you love. Just know it's going to take more than 2 weeks. Now here's a trick. How do you know if it's what you love or what somebody else is telling you it should be what you love? Maybe you've been told it's the right time in your life to get married, buy a house, move across the country. To know if it's your idea and not somebody else's idea is really, really, really important. So trust yourself and take the time it takes to think this through. Here's how you do it. You spend enough time alone so that the voice you hear in your head giving you advice is your voice. This takes practice, and it takes time alone. Quality time alone. Screen time does not count. Take a long walk, and don't take that walk with other people. You want it quiet, so any conversation you have is just you with yourself. And on this walk, you walk until your head gets clear. And then you begin to think about what you're good at, what you love, whom you love. Maybe they like you a little bit. And then you go back to thinking more about what you love. This will probably take many, many walks, because being good at anything takes practice. And to get good at figuring out what you yourself think, it takes many repetitions for practicing the skill of thinking your own thoughts. Then when you've decided what you want to try, then you work hard at it. I mean, work hard. Bring your whole self. Be curious. Watch a new colleague do a thing. Learn from them how they do it. Then practice it till you can do it too. And here's another thing. It's incredibly important to celebrate. Celebrate what you want to see more of in yourself and also in others. You'll likely be working with others. So in the workplace, are you there and you wish there could be more laughter? Encourage laughter in others and bring laughter to the table yourself. All along the way, and I just have to say this, while you're working so hard on what you're trying to take care of, remember, don't be reckless with other people's hearts. We're all in some kind of a struggle, so please be kind. And remember to take that time to celebrate. Take time today to celebrate this. Take time today to say thank you to somebody who's helped you along the way. And then to get started on what's next, take time today to think of one thing you love to do. And now, I congratulate you. You got it done. You met the challenge. You got the degree. If you can do this, and you have proved to the world that you can, because here you are, if you can do this, you can do the other big stuff too. And I hope you'll love it. Thank you.